Hello world, today is Monday, September 1st, 2025, and it is 12:30 p.m. And this is a vlog, a 10-minute raw, unedited talk about what is top of mind. I woke up at like 7:30, went on a walk at 8, got a coffee, and I went to Muay Thai at 9. Nine to 11, then I walked back. I had an Americano on the way back. It was a good session. Like working out, training in the morning is preferable than the 4 p.m. session. Sometimes, most of the time, I was just feeling like I wanted to get into that physical exhaustion workout and martial arts. Like there's so much to understand about martial arts. So it's so much beneficial and like rich, like with I just had so many like insights. Like often, like when you work out, you just have all these ideas. Like oftentimes, like if I have ideas, like I have just like tons of like realizations, like ideas, insights, connections. It's very critical to be like documenting them and like putting them out there and compounding them. Like how you present yourself, like oftentimes, like it's vastly different from like what you're like really capable of. Like we each are capable of so much, and if you have like the spark of like just consciousness, awareness, interest, self interest in self-development, you're going to have so many insights. And so it's like valuing yourself really means like recognizing you have something important to say, you have some contributions, and then it's once you realize that it's valuable, what you're doing, creating, thinking is valuable, you have to capture it, document it, put it out there. Like this is like the lifestyle computing like concept, and like really like using like internet correctly. This is how you if you want to make money on the internet, to grow as a person in any way in the 21st century, like using internet tools is a critical part of that. So yes, one part is and it's not, if you become a content creator, put something out there, not everything's gonna hit with everybody, and you're not really, in my kind of conception of a content creator, I'm not really tracking for views. It is more of it is a tool for receiving critical biofeedback on my ideas, thoughts, and like the data of my physical body, my face, like has so much rich data. Like it's your soul, your presence is in here and captured here. And seeing yourself speaking using your chakra opening, your voice chakra, you're participating in like the grand scheme, the matrix of data, of science, of evolution, of human culture, right? Consciousness. And we have, like, if you're conscious and you're not like mentally dead, you have if you have the spark of this of a genius, which most, like all children are born with, and really when we just become adults, we kind of lose that, and we become dead automata. Like Ralph Waldo Emerson talks about this, something like most people die by the time they're 30 or 20, and then they just like they only get buried when they're 70. And intellectually, conceptually, if you accept kind of like the scheme as it is, and you kind of just have yourself as an agent in it that doesn't evolve, then you're already dead. And what does that mean to be dead? Like, there's one thing I've been really like conscious of and really learning a lot about is like there's an aspect to life that's just like digital, but there's also like emotional and your body, and like sometimes you cannot really achieve some things without having the emotion. And particularly there's the feeling of authenticity, which is like a frequency, and then there's the ability to cultivate that, which comes with things like martial arts. There's a and which is about navigating yourself and building your life, about tracking what keeps you safe, what keeps you well, and like being your own, you know, your own guide, mentor, teacher. And that's really like and that's like the truth. And so being a content creator, you're really putting yourself out there, and then all your errors in thinking, your blind spots, your assumptions are there, made public for everyone to see. And then like likewise with code that's open source, it's like with enough eyeballs, all bugs are shallow. Meaning if you have 100,000 people look at your code, it's gonna be battle tested. People are going to find bugs there and issues. And likewise, if you like talk about like how you see the world for 10 minutes on camera, and then and then like 100 people see that, you're gonna get some comments about like, why are you like thinking about this way? And then what is my real trajectory and vision is that you have AIs that track, scrape, read, summarize, and comment and give you feedback on all your public essays, writings, videos, contributions, content. So now, yeah, I'm talking about so like for me, this is a tool of thinking, like putting a camera, talking to a camera, and exploring ideas that are of critical importance to you. Like for me, this is like a vlog is like I'm bringing out like what I believe is the critical things that transform me, my worldview, changed my life. And that in one of these things, like learning about recognizing your feelings and seeing how you feel. Like for example, like you can have you can be completely blind to a feeling and not have this emotional intelligence of knowing how you feel. And it comes to this concept of authenticity too. And like Robert Greene, the author of that 30 Rules of Power, talks about like when he was like traveling, kind of like a digital nomad. I think he was probably like the 80s or something, and he was like in some French hotel, met this like guy who was very like attracted women so hard. And it was like he talked a lot about this, like he was very curious and befriended him. And it was like he recognized like this, which he recognized this authenticity in him. And this was like, for me, it's like, okay, I understand. That's like the highest frequency. And this is really amazing, because like if you understand things about like frequency and emotion, this is like for a person that's just very technical or all about like programming and logic. This is like another kind of way to understand the world. And so for me, it's like, how do you change your mood, your frequency, your well, first is that you can become like aware of, like, say you feel like very scared or nervous, or you feel just catch yourself about the assumptions you have, like, and observe carefully, like, your own emotions, and we can be blind to this, of what's holding us back, and like, for me, it's like a light switch that I need to really explore more about, my own personal self evolution really depends a lot upon my own ability to, uh, like, make decisions that are like the best for, my own, self development. That means like authenticity, and is that often requires stepping out of your own habitual worldview and thinking patterns, and thinking of what is effective and not, because our own algorithm of what is effective often like blinds us to like the blind spots, like the assumptions that we are operating on. And so that's very important to have these things like biofeedback, and being creating content and capturing yourself on video talking about things, and then you see the tone, the emotion, and all these things, and then you can capture the subtlety of meaning, of like, where is this person in life, like what are their quirks, what drives them, and for me, it's like, if you're like talking to AI teams every day, you can really develop yourself and get like information, and get light, insight. So for me, like, luminolog is all about like the units of light, which is like, to me, is like, this is knowledge. Like, knowledge is power, and lumi is all about driving, being an engine of knowledge about yourself and the world and your operating system, and your underlying assumptions, your algorithms, the reasons why you make decisions. Like, for me, I'm deciding where to go next after Thailand, and I'm thinking like going to a Chinese monastery to do kung fu for like 3 months would be just dope. That's what I'm really thinking about. And I really just need to make the 3D AI characters app on VR, and just focus on Lumi, just make one app. Yeah, so ending the stream with a few moments of sending good thoughts and vibrations.